I learn in this letter that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina.
He is very near by this. He was not 3 leagues off when I left him.
How many gentlemen have you lost in this action?
But few of any sort, and none of name.
A victory is twice itself when the achiever brings home full numbers. I find here that Don Pedro bestows much esteem on a young Florentine named Claudio.
Much deserved on his part and equally remembered by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age.
I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars, or no?
Huh? I know none of that name, lady. There was none such in the army of any sort.
What is he that you ask for, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he's returned and as pleasant as ever he was.
I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? But how many hath he killed? For indeed I promise to eat all of his killing.
Faith, niece, you tax Signor Benedict too much. But he'll be meat with you, I doubt it not.
He has done good service, lady, in these wars.
He is a very valiant trencherman. He hath an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier too, lady.
And a good soldier too, a lady. But what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord. A man to a man, stuffed with all honorable virtues.
It is so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man.
You must not, sir, mistake my niece. There is kind of a merry war betwixt Signor Benedict and her. They never meet, but that there's a skirmish of wit between them.
Alas, he gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now is the whole man governed with 1. But who is his companion? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
I see, lady. The gentleman is not in your book.
No. And he were, I would burn my study. But who is his companion? Is there no young swaggerer now that will make a voyage with him to the devil?
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord, he will hang upon him like a disease. God help the noble Claudio. If he have caught the Benedict, it will cost him £1,000 ere be cured.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
Do, good friend.
Don Pedro approached.
Good Signora Leonata, are you come to meet your trouble?
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace.
You embraced your charge too willingly. I think this is your daughter.
I had many times told her father so.
Was he in doubt, madam, that he asked you?
Signor Benedict! No, for you were a child then.
You have it full, Benedict. We may guess by this what you are, being a man. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honorable mother.
If Signora Leonata be her mother, she would not have her head on her shoulders, for all Messina is like her as she is.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What, my dear lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die when she hath such meat food to feed it to Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat. But it is certain that I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted. And I could find it in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women! I thank God in my cold blood I am of your humor for that. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
Oh, God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall escape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and 'twas such a face as yours were.
Ooh, I wish my horse had the speed of your tongue. But keep your way, in God's name, I've done.
You always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
That is the sum of all, Leonata. Signor Claudio, Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonata hath invited you all. I tell her we shall stay here at least a month.
Hey!
And she heartily prays some occasion may detain us longer.
Let me bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled to the prince, your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I am not of many words, but I thank you.
Please it your grace, lead on.
Your hand, Leonata, we shall go together.
Benedict, didst thou note the daughter of Signora Leonata?
Well, I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you question me as an honest man should do for my simple true judgment, or would you have me speak after my professed custom as a tyrant to their sex?
No, I pray thee, speak in sober judgment.
Only this commendation can I afford her, that were she other than she is, she were unhandsome, and being no other but as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in sport. I pray thee, tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after
Can
her?
the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a case to put it into.
In mine eyes, she is the sweetest lady that ever I looked on.
I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such matter. There's her cousin, and were she not possessed with a fury, exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last in December, but I hope you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn the contrary, if Hero would be my wife.
Is it come to this? Shall I never see a bachelor of 80 again? Go to in faith. Oh, look, Don Pedro's returned to seek you.
What secret hath kept you here that you followed not to Leonata?
No! I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
You hear, Count Claudio? I can be as secret as a dumb man. I would have you think so, but on my allegiance. Now mark you this, on my allegiance, he is in love. Now, with who? With Hero, Leonata's daughter.
If this were so, so it were uttered.
Amen, if you love her, for the lady is very well worthy.
You speak this to fetch me in, my lord.
By my troth, I speak my thought.
And in my faith, I spoke mine.
And by my 2 faiths and troths, my lord, I speak mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
That I neither know how she should be worthy, nor feel how she should be loved, is the opinion fire cannot melt out of me. I will die in it at the stake.
Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks. But that I will hang my bugle in an invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me, for I will not do them the wrong to mistrust any. I will do myself the right to trust none, and the fine is for which I may go, the finer. I will live a bachelor.
I will see thee, ere I die, look pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my lord, not with love.
Well, if ever thou dost fall from this faith, thou wilt prove a notable argument.
Well, if I do, hang me in a bottle like a cat and shoot at me.
In the meantime, good Signor Benedict, repair to Leonata's, commend me to her, and tell her I will not fail her at supper, for indeed she hath made great preparation.
I have almost enough matter in me for such an embassage, and so I leave you.
My lord, your highness may now do me good.
My love is thine to teach. Teach it but how?
Hath Leonata any son, my lord?
No child but Hero. She's her only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio?
My lord. When you went onward on this ended action, I looked upon her with a soldier's eye that liked but had a rougher task at hand than to drive liking to the name of love. But now that I am returned, and that war thoughts have left their places vacant, in their rooms come thronging soft and delicate desires, all prompting me how fair young hero is.
If thou dost love fair hero, cherish it. And I will break with her and with her mother, and thou shalt have her. It was not to this conclusion that thou beganst to twist so fine a story.
How sweetly you do minister to love that no loves grief by his complexion.
And I will fit thee with the remedy. I know we shall have reveling tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise and tell fair hero I am Claudio. And in her bosom I'll unclasp my heart, then after to her mother will I break, and the conclusion is she shall be thine. Come.
Good year, my lord. Why are you thus out of all measure sad?
There is no measure in the occasion that breeds. Therefore, the sadness is without limit.
You should hear reason, my lord.
And when I have heard it, what blessing brings it?
If not a present remedy, at least a patient sufferance.
I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause and smile at no man's jests. Eat when I have stomach and wait for no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy and tend on no man's business. Laugh when I am merry and claw no man in his humor.
Yea, but you must not make the full show of this, till you may do it without controlment. You have of late stood out against your brother, whilst he has taken you newly into his grace, where it is impossible that you should take true root, but by that fair weather you yourself make. It is needful that you frame the season for your own harvest.
I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. And it better fits my blood to be disdained of all than to fashion a carriage to rob love from any. In this, though I cannot be said to be a flattering, honest man, it must not be denied, but I am a plain-dealing villain. I have been trusted with a muzzle and enfranchised with a clog. Therefore, I have decreed not to sing in my cage. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only. Who comes here? Now, what news, Baraccio?
I came yonder from a great supper. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by Leonata, and I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve any model to build mischief on? What is he for a fool that betroths himself to unquietness?
Mary, it is your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
A proper squire, and who, which way looks he?
Mary, on Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonata.
Very forward marched, chick. How came you to this?
Being entertained for a perfumer as I was smoking a musty room, comes me, the prince and Claudio, hand in hand in sad conference. I whipped me behind the arras, and there heard it agreed upon that the prince should woo Hero for himself, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him anyway, I bless myself every way. You are both sure and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Let us to the great supper. Their cheer is the greater that I am subdued. Shall we go prove what's to be done?
We'll wait upon your lordship.
Count John here at supper?
I saw him not.
How tartly that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I am heartburned an hour after.
He is of a very melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent man that were made just in the midway between him and Benedict. The one is too like an image and says nothing. The other too like my lady's eldest son, ever more tattling.
By my troth, niece, thou wilt never get thee a husband if thy be so shrewd of thy tongue.
For the which blessing I am upon my knees every morning and evening. Lady, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face. I'd rather lie in the woolen.
You may light on a husband who hath no beard.
What should I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man, and he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, I am not for him.
Niece Hera, in such matters I trust you will be ruled by your mother.
Yes, Faith, it is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, Mother, as it please you. But yet for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow. Or else make another curtsy and say, Mother, as it please me.
Oh, well, niece, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth. No, lady, I'll none.
Daughter, remember what I told you. If the prince do solicit you in that kind, you know your answer.
The fault be in the music, cousin, if you be not wooed in good time. If the prince be too important, tell him there is measure in everything, and dance out the answer.
The revelers are entering. Brother, make good room.
Come, we will dance, we will have music.
Excuse me.
Lady, will you walk about with your friend?
So you walk softly and look sweetly and say nothing? I am yours for the walk, and especially when I walk away.
With me in your company?
I may say so when I please.
And when please you to say so?
When I like your favor. But God defend the lute should be like the case.
Speak low if you speak love.
That you did like me,
So and not I, for your own sake, drive me ill quality.
which is one.
I say my prayers aloud.
I love you all the better. The hearers may cry amen.
God, match me with a good dancer.
Amen.
And God, keep him out of my sight when the dance is done. Answer, clerk.
No more words. The clerk is answered.
I know you well enough. You're Signor Antonio.
At a word, I am not.
I know you by the waggling of your head.
Truly, I counterfeit him well.
You could never do him so ill well unless you were the very man. Here's his dry hand up and down. You are he. You are he.
At a word, I am not.
Come, come. Do you think I do not know you by your excellent wit? Can virtue hide itself? Go to, Mum. You are he. Graces will appear, and there's an end.
Will you not tell
shall pardon me.
Nor will you not tell me who you are?
Not now.
That I was disdainful, and that I had my good wit out of the 100 merry tales? Well, this was Signor Benedict that said so.
What's he?
I am sure you know him well enough.
Not I, believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray you, what is he?
Why, he's the prince's jester. A very dull fool. His only gift is in devising impossible slanders. None but libertines delight in him. I am sure he is in the fleet. I would he had boarded me.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do. He'll but break a comparison or two on me, which peradventure, not marked or laughed at, strikes him into melancholy. Oh, we must follow the leaders.
In every good thing.
Nay, if they lead to any ill, I'll leave 'em at the next turning.
Sure, my brother is amorous on Hero. He hath withdrawn with her mother to break with her about it, and but one visor remains.
And that is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are not you Signor Benedict?
You, know me well. I am he.
Signor, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on Hero. I pray you, dissuade him from her, that she is no equal for his birth. You may do the part of an honest man in it.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I, too, and he swore he would marry her tonight.
Come, shall we to the banquet?
Thus answer I in the name of Benedict. But hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so, the prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things save in the office and affairs of love. Therefore, all hearts in love use their own tongues. Let every eye negotiate for itself, and trust no agent. Farewell, therefore, Hero.
Count Claudio.
Yea, the same.
Come, will you go with me?
Whither?
Not even to the next willow about your own business, County, for the prince hath got your hero.
I wish him joy of her.
But did you think the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you leave me!
Now you strike like the blind man? 'Twas the boy stole your meat. You'll beat the post.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Alas, poor hurt fowl. Now will he creep into sedges? But that my lady Beatrice should know me and not know me. The prince's fool, huh? What? It may be I go under that title because I'm merry, but I am not so reputed. I'll be revenged as I may.
Now, Signor, where's the Count? Did you see him?
Troth, my lord, I found him here as melancholy as a lodge in a warren. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace hath got the goodwill of this young lady.
The Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel to you.
Now,
The gentleman that danced with her told her she is much wronged by you.
she abused me past the endurance of a block. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester. That I was duller than a great thaw. No, she speaks poniards, every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there were no living near her. She would infect to the North Star. Come, talk not of her.
Look, here she comes.
Will your grace command me any service to the world's end? Now, I will go on the slightest errand now that you can devise to send me on to the Antipodes. I will fetch you a toothpicker from the furthest inch of Asia, rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy. You have no employment for me.
None. But to enjoy your good company.
Oh, God, sir, here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure this lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Indeed, my lord. He lent it me a while, and I gave him use for it, a double heart for his single one. Mary, once before he won it of me with false dice, therefore your grace may well say I have lost it.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
So I would not he should do me, lest I should prove the mother of fools. I have brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
Why, how now, Count? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then? Sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad nor sick, nor merry nor well, but something of a jealous complexion.
Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is won. I have broke with her mother, and her goodwill obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace hath made the match, and all grace say amen to it.
Speak! Count, 'tis your cue!
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give away myself for you and dote upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss and let not him speak neither.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Yea, my lord, I thank it, poor fool. It keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
A good Lord for alliance! Thus goes everyone to the world but I. I may sit in a corner and cry hey-ho for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I had rather one of your father's getting. Have your grace ne'er a brother like you? Your father got excellent husbands if a maid could come by them.
Will you have me, lady?
No, my lord, unless I might have another for working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day. But I beseech your grace, pardon me, I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
To be merry best becomes you, for, out of question, you were born in a merry hour.
No, sure, my lord, my mother cried. But then there was a star danced, and under that was I born. Cousins! Oh, God give you joy.
Niece, will you look to those things that I told you of?
I cry you mercy, aunt. By your grace's pardon.
By my troth, an excellent-spirited lady.
There's little of the melancholy element in her, my lord.
She cannot endure to hear tell of a husband.
Oh, by no means, no. She mocks all of her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
Oh, my lord! Oh, my lord! If they were but a week married, they'd talk themselves mad.
County Claudio, when mean you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord. Time goes on crutches till love have all his rights.
Oh, not till Monday next, dear my son, which is hence but a 7-night, and a time too brief to answer all things my mind.
Come, you shake the head at so long a breathing, but I warrant thee, Claudio, the time shall not go dully by us. I will, in the interim, undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Senor Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one with the other. I doubt not, but to fashion it, if you three will but minister such assistance as I shall give you direction.
My lord, I am for you.
And I, my lord.
And you too, gentle hero?
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
I will teach you how to humor your cousin that she falls in love with Benedict. And I, with your two helps, will so practice on Benedict that in despite of his quick wit and queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods. Go in with me, and I will tell you my drift.
It is so! The Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonata.
Yea, my lord, but I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment will be medicinable to me. I am sick in displeasure of him. How canst thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, my lord, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told your lordship a year since how much I am in the favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to Hero.
I remember.
I can, at any unseasonable instant of the night, appoint her to look out her lady's chamber window.
What life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in you to temper. Go you to the prince your brother. Spare not to tell him he hath wronged his honor in marrying the renowned Claudio, whose estimation do you mightily hold up, to a contaminated stale, such a one as Hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo Hero, and kill Leonata. Look you for any other issue?
Only to despite them will I endeavor anything.
Go then. Find me a meet hour to draw Don Pedro and the Count Claudio alone. Tell them you know Hero loves me. They will scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them instances which shall bear no less likelihood than to see me at a chamber window and hear me call Margaret Hero. Bring them to see this the very night before the intended wedding, and there shall appear such seeming truth of Hero's disloyalty that jealousy shall be called assurance, and all their preparation overthrown.
Grow this to what adverse issue it can, I will put it in practice. Be cunning in the working this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Be you constant in the accusation, and my cunning shall not shame me.
I will go presently and learn their day of marriage.
I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love, will, after he hath laughed at such shallow folly in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such a man is Claudio. I have known when he would have walked 10 miles afoot to see a good armor. Now will he lie 10 nights awake, carving the fashion of a new doublet. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose like an honest man and a soldier, and now his words are a very fantastical banquet. There's just so many strange dishes. May I be so converted and see with these eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. One woman is fair, yet I'm well. Another is wise, yet I'm well. Another is virtuous, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not come within my grace. Rich she shall be, that is certain. And wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, or I will never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Of good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair shall be what color it please God. Boo! The prince and Monsieur Love. I will hide me in the arbor.
Come, shall we hear this music?
Yea, my good lord, how still the evening is, as hushed on purpose to grace harmony.
See you where Benedict hath hid himself.
Oh, very well, my lord.
Come, Balthazar, we'll hear that song again.
Oh, good, my lord, tax not so bad a voice to slander music any more than once.
It is the witness still of excellency to put strange face on his own perfection. I pray thee, sing, and let me woo no more.
Because you speak of wooing, I will sing.
Or, if thou wilt hold longer argument, do it in notes.
Note this before my notes. There's not a note of mine worth a noting.
Why? These are very crotchets that he speaks. Notes, notes, forsooth, and nothing.
Sigh no more, ladies, ladies, sigh no more. Men were deceivers ever, men were deceivers ever. 1 foot at sea and 1 on shore. To one thing constant never, to one thing constant never. Then sigh not so, but let them go. And be you blithe and bonny, and be you blithe and bonny. Converting all your sounds of woe, converting all your sounds of woe. To hey nonny nonny, hey nonny nonny, hey nonny nonny, hey nonny nonny. Sing no more ditties, ladies, sing no more of dumps so dull and heavy, of dumps so dull and heavy. The fraud of men were ever so, since summer first was leafy, since summer first was leafy. Then sigh not so, but let them go. And be you blithe and bonny, and be you blithe and bonny. Converting all your sounds of woe, converting all your sounds of woe. To hey nonny nonny, hey nonny nonny, hey nonny nonny, hey nonny nonny.
Oh!
Bravo!
By my troth, a good song.
And an ill singer, my lord.
No, no, faith. Thou singest well. I pray thee, get us some excellent music, for tomorrow night we will have it at the Lady Hero's chamber window.
The best I can, my lord.
Do so. Farewell. Come hither, Leonata. What was it that you told me of today? That your niece, Beatrice, was in love with Senor Benedict?
Oh, I stuck on, the foul sits. I did never think that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither. But most wonderful that she should so dote on Signor Benedict, whom in all outward behavior she seemed ever to abhor.
Is it possible? Sits the wind in that corner?
By my troth, I cannot tell what to think of it, but that she loves with a passionate affection. It is beyond the infinite of thought.
Maybe she doth but counterfeit.
Faith like enough.
Oh, God! Counterfeit? There was never counterfeit of passion that came so near the life of passion as she discovers it.
Why, what effects of passion shows she?
Bait the hook well. This fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? She will sit you. You heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed.
How? How? Pray you, you amaze me. I would have thought her spirit had been invincible against all assaults of affection.
I would have sworn it had, especially against Benedict.
I should think this a gull, but that Leonata speaks it.
He hath ta'en the infection. Hold it up.
Hath she made her affection known to Benedict?
No, and swears she never will. That's her torment.
'Tis true indeed. So your daughter says. Shall I? Says she, that have so oft encountered him with scorn, write to him that I love him. Then, down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses, oh, sweet Benedict. Give me patience.
She doth indeed. My daughter says so. And her ecstasy has so much overborne itself that my daughter is sometimes afeard that she will do a desperate outrage to herself. It is very true.
It were good he knew of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
To what end? He would but make a sport of it and torment the poor lady worse.
And he should. It were an alms to hang him. She's an excellent, sweet lady, and she is virtuous.
And she is exceeding wise.
In everything but in loving Benedict.
I feel sorry for her, as is my just cause, being her aunt and her guardian.
I would she had bestowed this dotage on me. I would have doffed all other respects and made her half myself.
Oh!
I pray thee, tell Benedict of it, and hear what 'a will say.
Were it good, think you?
Well, Hero thinks surely she will die. For she says she will die if he love her not, and she will die ere she make her love known, and she will die if he woo her rather than she will bate one breath of her accustomed crossness.
She doth well. If she should make tender of her love, 'tis very possible he'll scorn it. For the man, as you know all, hath a contemptible spirit. Well, I am sorry for your niece. Shall we go seek Benedict and tell him of her love?
Oh, never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, that were impossible. She may wear her heart out first.
Oh.
Well, we will hear further of it by your daughter. Let it cool the while. Oh, I love Benedict well, and could wish he would see how much he is unworthy so good a lady.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
If he do not dote on her upon this, I will never trust my expectation.
Let there be the same net spread for her, and that must your daughter and her gentlewoman carry. Let us send her to call him in for dinner.
They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me? Why, it must be requited. I hear how I'm censured. They say that I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say, too, that she would rather die than give any sign of her affection. I did never think to marry, but I must not seem proud. They say the lady is fair, and 'tis a truth. I can bear them witness. And virtuous, 'tis so, I cannot reprove it, and wise. But for loving me, in troth, it is no great addition to her wit, nor an argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. Now, I may chance to have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me, because I have railed so long against marriage, but doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth, he cannot endure in his age. No! The world must be peopled. When I said that I would die a bachelor, I did not think that I would live till I were married. Here comes Beatrice. Now, by this day, she is a fair lady, and I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure, then, in the message?
Aye, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point.
Ooh.
You have no stomach, signor. Fare you well.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to supper. There's a double meaning in that. I take no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. See, that is as much to say any pains I take for you is easy as thanks. If I do not take pity of her, I'm a villain. Now, I will go and get her picture.
Good Margaret, run thee to the parlor. There wilt thou find my cousin Beatrice. Whisper her ear and tell her I and Ursula walk in the orchard and our whole discourse is all of her.
Oh.
This is thy office. Bear thee well in it and leave us alone.
I'll make her come, I warrant you. Presently.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, our talk must only be of Benedick. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee must be how Benedick is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matter is little Cupid's crafty arrow made that only wounds by hearsay. Now begin, for look where Beatrice like a lapwing runs close by the ground to hear our conference.
Fear you not my part of the dialogue.
Then go we near her. Let her ear lose nothing of the false sweet bait we lay for it. No! Truly, Ursula! She is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedick loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my new trothed lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they loved Benedick, to wish him wrestle with affection and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve at full as fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall couch upon?
Oh, God of love! I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. No, she cannot love, nor take no affection. She is so self-endeared.
Sure, I think so. And therefore certainly it were not good she knew his love, lest she make sport at it.
Why, you speak truth. I've never yet known man how wise, how noble, young, rarely featured, but she would spell him backwards. So turned she every man the wrong side out.
Sure, such carping is not commendable.
But who would tell her so? No, if I should speak, she would mock me into air. Oh, she would laugh me out of myself, press me to death with wit. Therefore, let Benedick, like covered fire, consume away in sighs and waste inwardly.
Yet tell her of it. Hear what she will say.
No, rather I will go to Benedick and counsel him to fight against his passion.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedick.
He is the only man of Italy, always excepting my dear Claudio.
I pray you, be not angry with me, madam, speaking my fancy. Signor Benedick, for shape, for bearing, argument, and valor, goes foremost in report through Italy.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
Oh, his excellence did earn it ere he had it. Now, when are you married, madam?
Oh, every day, tomorrow. Oh, come, go in. I'll show thee some attires and get thy counsel on which is best to furnish me tomorrow.
Oh, we've caught her, madam. We've caught her.
That is true, and if it proves so, then loving goes by haps. Some cupids kill with arrows, some with traps.
What fire is in mine ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell, and maiden pride, adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. And Benedick, love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reporting
Consummate, and then I go toward Aragon.
Well, I'll bring you thither, my lord, if you'll vouchsafe me.
No! Why, that would be as great a soil in the new gloss of your marriage as to show a child his new coat and then forbid him to wear it. I will only be bold with Benedick for his company, for from the crown of his head to the sole of his foot, he is all mirth.
Gallants I am not as I have been.
So say I. Methinks you are sadder.
I hope he be in love.
Hang him, truant! There's no true drop of blood in him to be truly touched with love. If he be sad, he wants money.
I have the toothache.
Yet I, say I, he is in love.
There's no appearance of fancy in him, unless it be a fancy that he hath to strange disguises. Unless he have a fancy to this foolery, as it appears he hath, he's no fool for fancy as you would have it appear he is.
If he be not in love with some woman, then there is no believing the old signs. Brushes a hat in the morning. What should that bode?
Nay, rubs himself with civet! Can you smell him out by that?
That's as much to say the sweet youth's in love.
The greatest note of it is his melancholy.
And when was he wont to wash his face?
Indeed, that tells a heavy tale for him. Conclude. He is in love.
Yet this is no charm for the toothache. Signor Leonata, walk aside with me. I have studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak to you, which these hobby horses must not hear.
For my life to break with her about Beatrice.
Tis true indeed. Hero and Ursula have by this played their parts with Beatrice. Then the two bears will not bite one another when they meet.
Benedict.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good e'en, brother.
If it your leisure served, I would speak with you.
In private?
If it please you, yet Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow.
You know he does.
I know not that when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim better at me by that I will now manifest. For my brother, I think he holds you in dearness of his heart, hath hoped to effect your ensuing marriage. Surely suit ill spent, and labor ill bestowed.
Why, what's the matter?
I came thither to tell you, and circumstances shortened, the lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Even she. Leonata's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal?
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I would say she were worse. Wonder not till further warrant. Go but with me tonight. You shall see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her, then tomorrow wed her. But it would better fit your honor to change your mind.
May this be so.
I will not think it.
If you will follow me, I will show you enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I see anything tonight, why I should not marry her tomorrow in the congregation where I should wed, there will I shame her.
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her.
I will disparage her no further till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
Oh, day untowardly turned!
Oh, mischief strangely thwarting!
Oh, plague right well prevented! So you will say when you have seen the sequel.
Oh. My lord.
Yea, or else it were pity, but they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were a punishment too good for them. Had they any allegiance in them being chosen for the prince's watch?
Well, give them their charge, neighbor Dogberry.
First, who think you the most desertless man to be constable?
Okay, sir, or George C. Cole, for they can write and read.
Come hither, neighbor Seacold. God hath blessed you with a good name. To be a well-favored man is the gift of fortune, but to write and read comes by nature.
Both which, Master Constable?
You have, I knew it would be your answer. Well, for your favor, sir, why give God thanks and make no boast of it. And for your writing and reading, let that appear when there is no need for such vanity.
Hear me.
You are thought here
a
to be the
little.
most senseless and
I
fit
have only
man for
been
the constable of the
silent so
watch.
long.
Therefore bear you
Given way unto this
the
course of
lantern.
fortune by noting of the lady. I have marked a
This
thousand blushing
is your
apparitions
charge.
start in her face.
Comprehend
innocent
all
shames and angel
vagrant
whiteness.
men.
Beat
You are to
away
bid
those
any man
blushes.
stand in the prince's.
In her eyes there hath appeared a fire.
Why then, take
burn
no
the
note
air
of
as
him and
these
let him go,
princes hold
and
against her
presently
maiden
call the
truth.
rest of the watch together, and thank
Call
God
me a
you
fool.
are rid of a knave.
Trust not my readings, nor my observations. Trust not my age, my reverence, my calling, nor
They
divinity.
are to meddle with
This
none
sweet
but the
lady
prince's
lie not
subjects.
guiltless here.
You
under
shall
some
also make no
biting error.
noise in the
Friar,
streets,
it
for
cannot
the
be.
and to
Thou
talk
seest
most
that the
tolerable,
only
and
grace
not to be
that she
endured.
hath left is not to add the sin of perjury to her damnation. Why seekest thou to cover with excuse that which appears in proper nakedness?
Lady, what man is he you are accused of?
They know that to accuse
Why, you
me.
speak like an
I
ancient
know not.
and most quiet
If I know
watchman.
more of
For
any
I
battle
cannot
I've
see how
been at with
sleeping
maiden
should
modesty
offend.
doth
Only
warrant, let all
have
my
a care
sins
that your bills
lack
be not
mercy.
stolen.
Oh.
Well, you are to call at all the alehouses and bid
Prove
those
you
that are
any man with me conversed at hours unmeet, or that I yesternight maintained the change of words with any creature refused
Why
me.
then let them
Hate
alone
me,
till they are
torture
sober.
me to death.
If they make you not then the
Well, there
better
is some
answer,
strange
you may
misprision
say
in
they
the
are
princes.
not the men
Two
you
of
took
them have the
them
very
for.
bent of honor. And if
If
their
you
wisdom's been
defeat,
misled in
you
this,
may
the practice of it lives
suspect
in
him
John, the
by virtue of
bastard,
your office to
whose
be no
spirits
true
toil
man.
in frame of
And for
villainy.
such kind of
I
men,
know not.
why the less you meddle or make with them, the more
They
is for your
speak
honesty.
the truth of her. These hands shall tear her.
Truly, by
If
your
they
office
wrong
you may,
her
but
honor,
I think
the proudest
they
of them
that
shall
are
well hear of
pitched
it.
will be defiled.
Pause a while.
The most
my
peaceable way
counsel
for you
sway
if you
you
do
in
take a
this
thief
case.
is to let him show himself
Your
who
daughter
he
here,
is
the
and
princess,
steal
left for
out of your
dead.
company.
Let her a
You
while
have
be secretly
Called
kept
it
in.
simple man,
And publish
partner.
it that she is dead indeed.
Truly,
What shall become
I
of
would
this?
rather
What will
hang
this do?
dog
Oh,
by
marry
my
this
will
well carried
than a
shall
man
on
who
her
would
behalf
the honesty in
change
him.
slander to remorse. She dying, as it must be so maintained,
A knight!
upon the very
You must call to the
instant
nurse
that she was accused, shall be lamented
How if the
pitied,
nurse be asleep
and
and
excused
will
of
not
every
hear
hearer.
us?
Oh, why then
so shall it fare
depart
with
in
Claudio.
peace and let
When
the
he shall hear that she
child
died
wake
upon
her
his
with its
words,
crying.
then
For
shall
the
he
ewe
mourn,
that will not
and
hear
wish
her
that he had
lamb
not
when it
so accused
baas
her.
will never
Too early
answer a
enough.
calf when it bleats.
Let the friar advise you.
Being that
My
I flow in
masters,
grief,
good night.
the smallest
And there be
twine
any
may leave me.
matter of weight, chances,
Well
call up
consented.
me. Keep your fellows'
Presently away.
counsels and your own.
Come, lady,
And good night. Come,
die
neighbor!
to live. This wedding day perhaps is but prolonged. Have patience and
Well,
endure.
masters, we hear our charge. Let us sit upon the church bench till 2, and then all to bed.
One word more, honest neighbors. Pray, watch about Signora Leonata's house. For the wedding being there tomorrow, there is a great coil tonight. No! Adieu. You know, be vigilant, I beseech you.
Peace, stir not!
Conrad, I say!
Hey, man, I'm at thy elbow.
Ah, my elbow itches. I thought there would a scab follow.
Whoa! I will owe thee an answer for that. But now, forward with thy tale.
Stand thee close then, and I will, like a true drunkard, utter all to thee.
Some treason, masters. Yet stand close.
Never know I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats.
Ye God, is it possible that any villainy should be so dear?
Thou shouldst rather ask if it were possible any villainy should be so rich. For when rich villains have need of poor ones may make what price they will.
I do wonder at that.
Didst thou not hear someone?
No, 'twas the weather vane on the house.
Not so neither. But know that I have tonight wooed Margaret by the name of Hero. She leans me out a mistress' chamber window, bids me 1,000 times good night. I tell thee so vilely. I should first tell thee how the prince Conrad and my master, planted and placed and possessed by my master Don John, saw afar off in the orchard this amiable encounter.
And thought they Margaret was Hero?
Two of them did, the prince and Claudio. But the devil, my master, knew she was Margaret, and partly by his oaths which first possessed them, partly by the dark night which did deceive them, but chiefly by my villainy, which hath confirmed any slander that Don John hath made. Away went Claudio, enraged, swore he would meet her as he was appointed next morning at the temple, and there, before the whole congregation, shame her with what he saw all night, and send her home again without a husband.
In the prince's name! Call up the right master constable! We here have discovered the most dangerous piece of lechery that ever was known in the Commonwealth.
Master!
Never speak! We charge you! We obey you to go with us!
We are like to prove a goodly commodity being taken up of these men's bills.
A goodly commodity, I warrant you. Come, we'll obey you.
Good Ursula, wake my cousin Beatrice and desire her to rise.
I will, lady.
And bid her come hither.
Well,
Troth, I think your other were better.
No, I pray thee, I'll wear this one.
By my troth, it's not so good, and I warrant your cousin will say so.
Then my cousin art a fool, and thou art another. No, I'll wear none but this.
Your gown's a most rare fashion, of faith.
God give me joy to wear it, for my heart is exceedingly heavy.
Will be heavier soon by the weight of a man, huh?
Oh! Fie upon thee! Art not ashamed?
What, lady? Of speaking honorably, I think you would have me say, saving your reverence, a husband. Is there any harm in the heavier for a husband? None, I think. And to be the right husband, huh? And the right wife. Otherwise, 'tis light and not heavy. Ask my lady Beatrice, else here she comes.
But good morrow, cuz.
Good morrow. told me things.
Collapse us into light of love. Do you sing it and I'll dance it.
'Tis almost 5 o'clock. Oh, 'tis time you were ready, cause, by my troth, I am exceeding ill.
These gloves the Count sent, they are an excellent perfume.
Oh, I am stuffed, cousin. I cannot smell.
And made and stuffed. There is goodly catching of cold.
Oh, by my troth, I am sick.
Get you some of this distilled Cardus Benedictus and lay it to your heart. It is the only thing for a qualm.
Benedictus? Oh, boy, Benedictus. You have some moral in this Benedictus.
Moral? No, by my troth, I have no moral meaning. I meant plain holy thistle.
Madam, withdraw. The prince, the count, Signor Benedict, Don John, and all the gallants of the town have come to fetch you to your wedding. Oh, help me to dress, good cuz, good Meg, oh, good Ursula.
Madam, I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Be brief, I pray you, for you see it is a very busy time with me.
Mary, this is it, ma'am.
Yes, in truth, it is, ma'am.
What is it, my good friends?
Good man, Verges, ma'am, speaks a little off the matter. A young man, ma'am, and his wits are not so blunt as God help I would desire they were, but in faith, as honest as the skin between his brows.
Yes, I thank God that I am as honest as any man living. That is a young man, and no honester than I.
Comparisons are odorous. Palabras, neighbor Burgess.
Neighbors, you are tedious.
It pleases your worship to say so, but we are the poor duke's officers. But truly, for mine own part, if I were as tedious as a king, I would find it in my heart, to bestow it all of your worship.
All thy tediousness on me, eh?
Yay!
I would fain know what you have to say.
Mary, ma'am, our watch tonight, accepting your worship's presence, have taken a couple of as any errant knaves as any in Messina.
A good young man, ma'am, he will be talking. Oh, well said, faith, neighbor Verges. Well, and 2 men ride of a horse, 1 must ride behind. An honest soul, ma'am, in faith, by my troth he is as ever broke bread, but all men are not alike. Alas, good neighbor, ah!
Indeed, neighbor, he comes too short of you.
Gifts that God gives.
I must leave you.
1 word, ma'am. Our watch, ma'am, have indeed comprehended 2 auspicious persons, and we would have them this morning examined before your worship.
Take the examination yourself and bring it me, for now you see I am in great haste.
It shall be! Suffocants!
Drink some wine ere you go, and fare you well.
Milady, they stay for you to give your daughter to her husband.
I will call upon them. I am ready.
Go, good partner. Go! Get you to Francis Seacole, bid him bring his pen and inkhorn to the jail. We are now to examination these men.
And we must do it wisely.
We will spare for no wit, I warrant you. Only get the learned writer to set down our excommunication and meet me at the jail. Nope.
Friar Francis. Only to the plain form of the marriage, and you can recount their particular duties afterwards.
You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady?
No.
To be married to her, Friar. You come to marry her.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this count?
I do.
If either of you know of any inward impediment as to why you should not be conjoined, I charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any, Count?
I dare make his answer. None.
Oh, what men dare do, what men may do, what men daily do, not knowing what they do.
How now? Interjections? Why then, some be of laughing, as in, ha! Hee!
Stand thee by, friar. Mother, by your leave, we with free and unconstrained soul give to me this maid, your daughter.
As freely, son, as God did give her me.
And what have I to give you back whose worth may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, you learn me noble thankfulness. There, Leonata, take her back again! Give not this rotten orange to your friend! She is but the sign and semblance of her honor. Behold how like a maid she blushes here. Comes not that blood as modest evidence to witness simple virtue? Would you not swear, all you that see her, that she were a maid by these exterior shows? But she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married, not to knit my soul to an approved wanton.
Dear my lord, if you, in your own proof, have vanquished the innocence of her youth and made defeat of her virginity...
I know what you would say. If I have known her, you would say she did embrace me as a husband and so extenuate the forehand sin. No, Leonata, I never tempted her with word too large, but as a brother to his sister, showed bashful sincerity and comely love.
And seemed I ever otherwise to you?
Out on thee, seeming! I will write against it. You seem to me as Dian in her orb, as chaste as the bud ere it be blown. But you are more intemperate in your blood than Venus or those pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
So is my lord well that he doth speak so wise?
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak? I stand dishonored that have gone about to link my dear friend to a common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Ma'am, they are spoken, and these things are true.
This looks not like a nuptial.
It's true! Oh, God! Oh.
Leonata, stand I here. Is this the prince? Is this the prince's brother? Is this face, heroes? Are our eyes our own?
All this is so, but what of this?
Let me but move one question to your daughter, and by that motherly and kindly power that you have in her, bid her answer truly.
I charge thee to do so, as thou art my child.
Oh, God, defend me! How am I beset? What kind of catechizing call you this?
To make you answer truly to your name.
Is it not hero? Who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Marry, that can hero! Hero itself can blot out hero's virtue. What man was he talked with you yesternight out at your window betwixt 12 and 1? Now, if you are a maid, answer to this.
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Why then are you no maiden? Leonata, I'm sorry you must hear. Upon mine honor, myself, my brother, and this grieved count did see her. Hear her, at that hour last night, talk with a ruffian at her chamber window, who hath indeed, most like a liberal villain, confessed the vile encounters they have had 1,000 times in secret.
Fie! Fie! They are not to be named, my lord. Not to be spoke of. There is not chastity enough in language without offense to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy much misgovernment.
Oh, hero! What a hero thou wouldst have been if half thy outward graces had been placed about thy thoughts and counsels of thy heart. But fare thee well. Most foul, most fair, farewell, thou pure impiety and impious purity! For thee, I'll lock up all the gates of love!
Hath no man's dagger here a point for me?
Oh, no, cousin, wherefore sink you down?
Come, let us go. These things come thus to light smother her spirits up.
How doth the lady?
Dead, I think. Help, Aunt Hero, sweet white hero, Aunt Signor Benedict Friar!
Fate, take not away thy heavy head. Death is the fairest comer for her shame to be wished for.
Oh, no, sweet hero!
Have comfort, lady.
Dost thou look up?
Yea, wherefore should she not?
Wherefore? Why, doth not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Can she here deny the story that is painted in her blood? Do not live, hero. Do not ope thine eyes. For did I but think that thou wouldst not quickly die, myself would on the rearward of reproaches strike at thy life. Grieved I had but one. One too much by thee. Why had I one? Why, she has fallen into a pit of ink that the wide sea hath drops too few to wash her clean again, and salt too little that may season alter her foul tainted flesh.
My lady, be patient. I for myself am so tired and wonder I know not what to say.
Oh, on my soul, my cousin is belied.
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not. Although until last night I have this 12-month been her bedfellow.
Confirmed. Confirmed. Oh, that is stronger made, which was before barred up with ribs of iron. Would the two princes lie? Would Claudio lie, who so loved her that, speaking of her foulness, washed it with tears? Hence from her, let her die!
Hear me a little, for I have only been silent so long, and given way unto this course of fortune by noting of the lady. I have marked 1,000 blushing apparitions to start in her face. 1,000 innocent shames in angel whiteness beat away those blushes. In her eyes there hath appeared a fire to burn the errors these princes hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool. Trust not my readings nor my observations. Trust not my age, my reverence, my calling, nor divinity. If this sweet lady lie not guiltless here under some biting error.
Friar, it cannot be. Thou seest that the only grace that she hath left is not to add the sin of perjury to her damnation. Why seekest thou to cover with excuse that which appears in proper nakedness?
Lady, what man is he you are accused of?
They know that to accuse me. I know none. If I know more of any man alive than that which maiden modesty doth warrant, let all my sins lack mercy. Oh, my mother, prove you that
any man with me conversed at hours unmeet, or that I yesternight maintained the change of words with any creature, refuse me, hate me, torture me to death.
Oh, there is some strange misprision in the princess.
Two of them have the very bent of honor. And if their wisdoms be misled in this, the practice of it lives in John, the bastard, whose spirits toil in frame of villainies.
I know not. If they speak but truth of her, these hands shall tear her. But if they wrong her honor, the proudest of them shall well hear of it.
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the princess, left for dead. Let her a while be secretly kept in, and publish it that she is dead indeed.
What shall become of this? What will this do?
Well, marry, this well carried shall on her behalf change slander to remorse. She dying, as it must be so maintained, upon the very instant that she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused of every hearer. And so shall it fare with Claudio. When he shall hear that she died upon his words, then shall he mourn, and wish that he had not so accused her.
Signora Leonata, let the friar advise you.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine may lead me.
'Tis well consented. Presently away. Come, lady. Die to live. This wedding day perhaps is but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason. I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wrong.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way. But no such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. Is not that strange?
As strange as the thing I know not, it were as possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
Now, by my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear, and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
Will you not eat your word?
With no sauce that can be devised to it, I protest I love thee.
Why, then God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice.
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest I loved you.
And do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come. Bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Farewell!
Tarry, good Beatrice!
I am gone though I am here. There is no love in you. Nay, I pray you let me go.
Beatrice!
In faith, I will go.
We'll be friends first!
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy?
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height, a villain that hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man! What? Bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then, with public accusation uncovered, slander unmitigated, rancor. Oh God, that I were a man! I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hear me,
Oh,
Beatrice.
talk with a man out at a window. A proper saying.
but
Sweet
Beatrice,
hero, she's wronged. She's slandered. She is undone. Princes and counties. A princely testimony, a goodly count. Oh, that I were a man for his sake. All I had any friend would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into courtesies, valor into compliment, and men are only turned into tongue and trim ones too. I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore, I will die a woman with grieving.
No, tarry. Good Beatrice. By this hand, I love thee.
Use it. For my love some other way than swearing by it.
Think you in your soul the Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand, and so I leave you. By this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go. Comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. And so, farewell.
Assembly appeared.
A stool for the sexton. Oh.
Which be the malefactors?
Mary, that am I, and my partner.
Nay, that's certain. We have the exhibition to examine.
But which are the accused that are to be examined? Let them come before, Master Constable.
Yea, Mary.
let them come before me. What is your name, friend?
Borachio.
Great, write down Borachio. Yours, Sarah?
I, sir? I am a gentleman. And my name is Conrad.
Write down Master Gentleman Conrad. Masters, do you serve God?
Yea, sir.
We hope.
Write down that they hope they serve God. Masters, it is proved already that you are little better than false knaves, and it will go near to be thought so shortly. How answer you for yourselves?
Marry, sir. We say we are none.
A marvelous witty fellow, I assure you, but I will go about with him. Come you hither, Sarah. Word in your ear. Sir, I say to you, it is thought you are false knaves.
Sir, I say to you, we are none.
Stand aside! For gods, they are both in a tale! Have you writ down that they are none?
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch, which are their accusers.
Yea, Mary, that's the eftest way. Let the watch come forth! I charge you in the prince's name, accuse these men!
This man said, sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Write down Prince John, a villain! Why, this is flat perjury to call a prince's brother villain!
Master Constable.
Pretty fellow, peace! I do not like thy look, I promise thee.
What heard you him say else?
Marry that he hath received 1,000 ducats from Don John for accusing the lady hero wrongfully.
Flat burglary that never was admitted!
Hey, by mass that it is!
What else, fellow?
And that Count Claudio did mean, upon his words, to disgrace Hero before the whole assembly and not marry her.
Oh, villain! Thou wilt be condemned into everlasting redemption for this.
What else?
This is all.
In this is more, masters, than you can deny. Prince John is this very morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, in this very manner refused, and upon grief of this suddenly died. Master Constable, have these men bound and brought to Leonata's. I will go forth and show her their examination.
Come, let them be opinioned.
Off, coxcomb!
God's my life! Where's the sexton? Let him write down the prince's officer, coxcomb! Come, bind them, thou naughty varlet!
Away! You are an ass! You are an ass!
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my years? Oh, that he were here to write me down an ass. But masters, remember that I am an ass. Though it be not written down, yet forget not that I am an ass. I am a wise fellow, and which is more, an officer, and which is more, a householder, and which is more, as pretty a piece of flesh as any is in Messina. And one that knows the law, go to, and a rich fellow enough, go to, bring him away! Oh, that I had been writ down an ass!
Sister, if you go on like this, you'll kill yourself.
I-
And it is not wisdom to second grief upon yourself.
I pray thee, cease thy counsel, which falls upon mine ears as profitless as water in a sieve. Give not me counsel.
Sister, bear not all the harm upon yourself. Let those who do offend you suffer too.
There thou speakest reason. Nay, I shall do so. My soul doth tell me that Hero is belied, and that shall Claudio know, and so shall the prince and all of those that thus dishonor her.
Here come the prince and Claudio hastily.
Good day to both of you.
Hear you, my lords.
We have some haste, Leonata.
Some haste, my lord. Well, fare you well, my lord. Are you so hasty now? Well, all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good lady.
If she could right herself with quarreling, some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs her?
Mary, thou dost wrong me, thou dissembler, thou. Nay, never lay thy hand upon thy sword. I fear thee not.
Mary, beshrew my hand if it should give your age such cause of fear. In faith, my hand meant nothing to my sword.
Tush, tush, never sneer and jest at me. No, Claudio, to thy head. Thou hast so wronged mine innocent child and me, that I am forced to lay my reverence by, and with gray hairs and bruise of many years do challenge thee to trial of a man. I say, thou hast belied mine innocent child. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors. Oh, in a tomb where scandal never slept, save this of hers framed by thy villainy.
My villainy?
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
You say not right, my lady.
My lord, I'll prove it on his body if he dare.
Away, I will not have to do with you.
Canst thou so doff at me? Thou hast killed my child. If thou killest me, thou kill a man.
He shall kill two of us, but let him kill one first. Win me and wear me. Sister, let him answer me. Come, boy, follow me, boy. Come, boys, come, sir, boy, follow me.
Brother.
God knows I love my niece, and she is dead. Slandered to death by villains, apes, boys, braggarts, jacks, milksops.
Brother Antony.
Sister, it is no matter. Do not meddle.
And
Let me deal in this.
Gentle persons both. We will not wake your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but on mine honor, she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
My lord,
I
my lord.
will not hear you.
No? Come, brother. Away. I will be heard.
And shall, or some of us will smart for it.
See, here comes the man we went to seek.
Now, senor, what news?
Good day, my lord.
Welcome, senor. You are almost come to part almost afraid.
We had like to have had our two noses snapped off.
By Leonata and her brother. What thinkest thou?
Had we fought, I doubt we should have been too young for them.
In a false quarrel, there is no true honor. I came to seek you both.
We have been up and down to seek for thee. For we are high-proof melancholy, and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It's in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Dost thou wear thy wit by thy side?
Oh, never any did so, though very many have been beside their wit.
As I am an honest man, he looks pale. Art thou sick or angry? I think he be angry indeed.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
God bless me from a challenge.
You're a villain. I jest not. I will make it good how you dare, with what you dare, and when you dare. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Fare you well, boy. I leave you now to your gossip-like humor. My lord, for your many courtesies I give you thanks. I must discontinue your company. Your brother, the bastard, is fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. For my lord Lackbeard there, he and I shall meet. Until then, peace be with him.
He is in earnest.
In most profound earnest, and I'll warrant you for the love of Beatrice.
And hath challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
But soft you, let me be. Pluck up my heart and be sad. Did he not say my brother was fled?
Come you, sir! Nay, and you be a cursing hypocrite once, you must be looked to!
How now? 2 of my brother's men bound, Baraccio 1.
Hearken after their offense, my lord.
Officers? What offense have these men done?
Marry, sir, they have committed false report. Moreover, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanders. 6th and lastly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What's your offense?
Sweet prince, let me go no farther to mine answer. Do you hear me, and let this count kill me? I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdoms could not discover, these shallow fools have brought to light, who in the night overheard me confessing to this man how Don John your brother incensed me to slander the lady Hero, how you were brought into the orchard and saw me court Margaret in Hero's garments, how you disgraced her when you should marry her. The lady is dead upon mine and my master's false accusation, and briefly, I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison whilst he's uttered it.
But did my brother set thee on this?
Yea, and paid me richly for the practice of it.
Sweet Hero, thy image doth now appear in the rare semblance that I loved at first.
Come, bring away the plaintiffs. And masters, do not forget to specify, when time and place shall serve, that I am an ass.
Which is the villain here? Let me see his eyes, that when I note another man like him, I may avoid him. Which of these is he?
If you would know your wronger, look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath has killed mine innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
Oh no, not so, villain, thou beliest thyself. Here stands a pair of honorable men. A third is fled that had a hand in it. I thank thee, princes, for my daughter's death. Record it with thy high and worthy deeds.
I know not how to pray your patience. Yet must I speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose me to what penance your invention can lay upon my sin. Yet sinned I not, but in mistaking.
By my soul, nor I. And yet, to satisfy this good woman, I would bend under any heavy weight that she'll enjoin me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray you both, possess the people of Messina here how innocent she died. And if your love can carry aught in sad invention, hang her an epitaph upon her tomb, and sing it to her loudly. Sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning come you to my house. And since you cannot be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My brother has a daughter, almost the exact copy of my child that's dead, and she alone is heir to us both. Give her the right you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
Oh, noble mistress! Your overkindness doth wring tears from me. I do embrace your offer.
Tomorrow, then, I will expect you. Until tomorrow, lords, fare you well.
On the morrow, my lords.
We will not fail.
Tonight, I'll mourn with Hero.
This wicked man shall be brought face to face to Margaret, who I believe was packed in all this wrong, hired to it by Don John.
No, by my soul, she was not, nor knew not what she did when she spoke to me, but always hath been just and virtuous in anything I do know by her.
Moreover, ma'am, which indeed is not under white and black, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me ass. I beseech you, let it be remembered in his punishment. Pray you, examine him upon that point.
I thank thee for thy care and honest pains.
Your worship speaks like a most thankful and reverend youth, and I thank God for you.
Here's for thy pains.
God save the foundation!
Go! I discharge thee of thy prisoners, and I thank thee.
Oh, God, keep your worship. I wish your worship well. God, restore you to health. I humbly give you leave to depart. If a merry meeting may be wished, God prohibit it. Come, neighbor!
Bring you these fellows on. We'll speak with Margaret how her acquaintance grew with this lewd fellow.
I pray thee, sweet Mistress Margaret, deserve well at my hands by helping me to the speech of Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
In so high a style, Margaret, that no man shall come over it, for in most comely truth thou deservest it.
To have no man come over me?
Ooh.
Why shall I always keep below stairs?
Thy wit is like the greyhound's mouth, it catches.
And yours as blunt as the fencer's foil, which hit, but hurt not.
A most manly wit, Margaret, it will not hurt a woman. And so I pray thee, call Beatrice, I give thee the bucklers.
Give us the swords. We have bucklers of our own.
Oh. The God of love, who sits above and knows me, and knows me. How pitiful I deserve. In singing, I mean, but in loving. Leander, the good swimmer, Troilus, the first employer of panders, they were never turned so over and over in love as my poor self. Marry, I cannot show it in rhyme. I have tried. But I can find no rhyme for lady, but baby. An innocent rhyme. For score and horn, a hard rhyme, and for school, fool. A babbling rhyme. Very ominous endings. No, I was not born under a rhyming planet, nor I cannot woo in festival terms. Oh, sweet Beatrice, wouldst thou come when I called thee?
Yea, signor, and depart when you bid me.
Ah, stay but till then.
Then is spoken. Very well now. And yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came for, which is with knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and I must either shortly hear from him or I will subscribe him a coward. Tell me, for which of my bad parts did thou first fall in love with me?
For them all together. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love, a good epithet. I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart, if you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I will never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably. Tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
How do you?
Very ill, too.
Serve God, love me, and mend.
Madam! You must come to your aunt. It is proved my lady Hero hath been falsely accused. The prince and Claudio mightily abused, and Don Jonas, the author of all, who's fled and gone. Will you come presently?
Will you come here, this new signor?
I will live in your heart, die in your lap, and be buried in your eyes. And moreover, I'll come with thee to thy aunt's.
Done to death by slanderous tongues was the hero that here lies. Death, in guerdon of her wrongs, gives her fame which never dies. So the life that died in shame lives in death with glorious fame. Now music, sound, and sing your solemn hymn.
Pardon, goddess of the night, those that slew thy virgin night.
For the which with sounds of woe round about her tomb they go.
Midnight, assist our moan, help us to sigh and groan.
Heavily, heavily,
Graves yawn
death be uttered. Heavily, heavily.
Pardon, goddess of the night, those that slew thy virgin night.
For the witch with sounds of woe, round about her tomb they go.
Midnight, assist our moan, help us to sigh and groan.
Heavily, heavily.
Well, daughter, and you gentlewomen all, withdraw you to a chamber by yourselves, and when I call for you, come hither masked. The prince and Claudio promised by this hour to visit me. Brother, you know your office. You must be father to your sister's daughter and give her to young Claudio.
Which I will do with confirmed countenance. Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, senor?
To bind me, or undo me, one of them. Signora Leonata, truth it is, good signora, your niece regards me with an eye of favor.
That I, my daughter, lent her. This is true.
And I do with an eye of love requite her.
That sight whereof I think you got from me, from Claudio and the prince. But what's your will?
Your answer, ma'am, is enigmatical. But for my will is your good will should stand with ours this day to be conjoined in the state of honorable marriage, in which, good friar, I shall desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
And my help. Here come the prince and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Are you yet determined today to marry with my brother's daughter?
I'll hold my mind were she a Gorgon.
Call her forth, brother. Here stands the friar ready.
Which is the lady I must seize upon?
This is she, and I do give you her.
Why then, sweet, you are mine. Let me see thy face.
No, that you shall not till you take her hand before this friar and swear that you will marry her.
Give me your hand before this holy friar. I am your husband, if you like of me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife, and when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero!
Nothing certainter. One hero died defiled, but I do live, and truly, as I live, I am a maid.
The former hero that is dead?
She died, my lord, but whilst her slander lived.
All this amazement can I qualify. When after that the holy rites are ended, I'll tell you largely of fair hero's death.
Soft and fair friar, which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do not you love me?
Why? No, no more than reason.
Well, then your aunt and the Prince and Claudio have been deceived. They swore you did.
Do not you love me?
Truth, no! No more than reason.
Why, then my cousin and Margaret and Ursula are much deceived, for they did swear you did.
They swore that you were almost sick for me.
They swore you were well nigh dead for me.
It is no such matter. Then you do not love me.
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin. I am sure you love this gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her. For here's a paper, writ in his own hand, a halting sonnet of his own pure brain, fashioned to Beatrice.
And here's another writ in my cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, proclaiming her love unto Benedict.
Oh.
A miracle. Here's our own hands against our hearts. Come. I will have thee. But by this light I take thee for pity.
I would not deny you, but by this good day I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Pish! I will stop your mouth.
Come, let's have a dance ere we're married. To lighten our hearts and our wives' heels.
We'll have dancing afterwards.
First of my word, therefore play music. Prince, thou art sad. Get thee a wife. Get thee a wife. Strike up, pipers!